Just one ladies fight on the card tonight, and it is coming up right now as we see the debut of Jane Voskuilen fighting out of Fearless MMA in Janesville. Both coming in at 145 pounds for this fight here tonight. Voskuilen versus Knetter, as they are both making their debuts. And I got to tell you, one thing that the crowds love, they love when the ladies get in there and fight.
Yeah, especially, pros and amateurs, women always fight like they have something to prove, and they leave it all out there, by and large. So should be a really exciting fight tonight.
Absolutely. So there's Voskuilen. Let's take a look now at Maxine Knetter. Maxine Knetter making her debut, fighting for the Chosen Few Fighting Championships. You see Mark Lemminger helping her in, along with Mosiah Clark, who fought a little bit earlier tonight. We'll see what Maxine Knetter is going to bring to the cage. It's Knetter and Voskuilen next. Let's go back to Ken Bostetter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, these two ladies are making their debut for you this evening. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is a freestyle fighter, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Janesville, Wisconsin, representing Fearless, she is Jane Voskuilen. And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She is also a freestyle fighter, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Madison, Wisconsin, representing Chosen Few, Maxine Knetter.
Good response from the crowd here at Monona Terrace. Again, the crowds always seem to get into it when the ladies go ahead and battle, and we'll see if we got ourselves a good one here tonight between Voskuilen and Knetter, as they are both ready. And here we go.
Whoa, right away. Here it goes.
Both coming
big
out
flurries.
swinging and kicking. Love it.
Yeah, wow, big takedown.
Nice job by Knetter getting the takedown as they exchanged blows in the center of the cage. Now it is Knetter that decided, no, that's enough of that. We're going to go to the mat.
Yeah, both landing early pretty good. No, defense was an afterthought. They just stepped in the middle and started swinging. Maxine had that good big air double leg. Now she's looking to establish some control, but Jane doing a really good job. She's kind of got like a high guard, almost threatening a submission. Maxine just trying to establish control and find a way to posture up, and here she's looking to pass, try to get some ground and pound, but Jane doing good, trying to make space. She was landing a little bit ground and pound herself from the back, trying to push off the cage and walk back off, possibly reverse. Pretty good battle here so far.
This is, though, where I wish that someone would have coordinated the outfits that they were going to wear, and someone could be in a different color. It's black on black for both of them, and it's like they both have like similar hairstyles. It's like, help us out here a little bit, Someone wear blue or red,
yeah, I think
something like that.
Their gloves are different colors, but right now it looks like Maxine's on a pretty tight head-arm choke. I can't tell how low she is with her shoulder, but that looks to be locked in pretty good.
It might be there as Knetter looking to finish off Voskuilen here in the first round.
It looks like she could be a little bit high, but sometimes you can finish those chokes. You just got to hold the squeeze for a little bit longer.
Knetter looking to finish this fight early on.
Yeah, Jane still, she's got her hand up. The telephone defense kind of half forced, trying to push her elbow there. Got just enough space to stay in this fight. Seems to be trying to let Maxine kind of like blow her arms out, but I can't tell how tight it's getting and how much longer she can hold on. There's only a minute left, so if Maxine does blow out her arms here, she should at least hustle to get on top, but it seems like Jane for right now is just content to survive this and wait for her to let go so she can explode back up.
Kind of tell from our tough to tell, that is, from our vantage point. It's all the way across the cage from us, as now
right
Knetter.
there, Maxine wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
Good choice, get to the mount. A little more ground and pound. She can go back to the choke if she wants in there. Didn't feel it, so back up, score some points, decisively win the round.
Knetter on top now, using that free left hand to go ahead and get a couple shots in on Voskuilen. Now back with the right, that left once again. Voskuilen really has been outworked and outmatched here in round number 1 by Knetter.
Yeah, I mean, on the feet it was pretty even, but so far Maxine got that big takedown. She maintained pretty good control. Jane looked to be mounting some offense of her own off her back, but once she got past and had that head arm choked in, it's been all Knetter from then on.
Knetter looking to score a few more points here in the final seconds of round number 1. That'll do it. We'll go to round number 2 right after this from Monona Terrace on TVW. Here's some action from round number 1 as Maxine Knetter scored the takedown and then basically controlled the entire round there, Gerald.
Right, that head arm choke, the lock itself was tight, just looked to not quite be in the right position for the finish. But again, elected for a good spot to posture up for mountain, score some points with ground and pound.
Some of those braids have come apart for Knetter as her hair has come undone. But so far, she is out in front of Voskuilen as we go to round number 2. They lock the cage. Here we go.
Right back to the center. Knetter throwing some high kicks, getting right in Jane's face, starting this fight out.
And there's a good kick.
Push kick. Gets the takedown with a push kick. Again, she's going to look to pass. Again, Jane seems to favor that one leg high, one kind of half butterfly hook in. You know, maybe she could work for a triangle and an omoplata. Looks like she's working, she was working for a triangle or omoplata or something, attacking that left arm of Knetter, but Maxine doing good, just staying strong on top, holding position, looking to trap that leg completely so she can pass around and get to side control.
Knetter in control of this fight and in control here in the early parts of round number 2.
Oh, and see right there, Knetter kind of hooking that ankle, doing a good job of mobilizing Jane's leg so she can right there lift, elevate the hips. She keeps sagging to her left towards, Jane's head there. She'll get past that knee. She can establish control. And again, Jane doing a decent job. She's trying to frame. She's trying to make space. Trying to do something to prevent Knetter from passing. But, you know, so far, Maxine just good pressure on top, old school pressure passing. Good hip pressure. And just slowly making her way to mount, where here she's probably going to try and posture up again and look for more ground and pound.
Has control from the side, looking to mount Voskuilen. Voskuilen doing everything she can to fight off Knetter here, using her hands, try to push away the thigh there of Knetter, but Knetter continues to just drive down on Voskuilen right now.
Right, so Jane here is trying to push Maxine's hips to make space so she can escape, but what Maxine's doing very, very well is she has her left arm wrapped around Jane's head, and she's keeping her shoulders pinned to the mat. So even when her hips are elevated, all the weight and pressure from Maxine is on Jane's upper half, keeping her pinned to the mat so she can freely move her hips just like
there
that
she goes.
and pop into the dominant position.
Trying to get into full mount here. She's been able to land a couple of shots to Voskuilen's head, and she continues to do so as Voskuilen has spent the better part of round number 2 on her back.
Right, and right here we see Jane kind of reaching around the head. She's just trying to prevent Maxine from making space so she doesn't take so much damage. Really, she should be trying to address the hips right now, maybe shrimp back into half guard, you know, explode, get the hips off her. And Maxine needs to keep doing what she's doing. Get her head up higher, hip in a little bit. So the grapevine is great for control. A lot harder to land ground and pound, especially when you can't elbow as an amateur. So she needs to really hip forward, get the head up, and rain down some big blows. But right here, she's got her pinned. And the ref's taking a close look. This could be it.
A lot of right hands coming in from Knetter. And Voskuilen not offering much of a defense, but still hanging on, still rolling around. The ref has not jumped in yet.
Couple more flurries, and this could be it.
Oh, the bell, yeah,
real
saves
close to a
Voskuilen
finish.
as Knetter with a dominant second round. We'll see if she can finish Voskuilen in round number 3 right after this on TVW. Action from round number 2 as you see the final 10 seconds there. Boy, Knetter in a really good spot, and you saw our referee right there almost jumped in and stopped it, but it was right at the end of round number 2, and that bell kind of saved Voskuilen. So here we go, third round so far, a one-sided fight with Knetter definitely getting the advantage on Voskuilen.
Knetter just back to those big body kicks, landed pretty good through a knee in the clinch. Jane's throwing more hands, but not really landing or doing any damage. And again, a big double leg. She should, yeah, Knetter passes right into side control. Oh, Jane doing a good job pushing the hips that time. Almost got a reversal, but Knetter doing a good job jumping right back on the head, getting that pressure, like I was saying, pinning Jane's shoulders to the mat and working again to pass to that mount position.
And kind of back to a familiar spot as we've seen in rounds 1 and 2 with Knetter on top of Voskuilen. And the shots coming in once again. Good right hand got through the guard of Voskuilen. There was a left as Knetter again just scoring at will.
Yeah, looking for that head arm choke. I think she could have stayed and got some more ground and pound, but I think it's a lot tighter this time. Jane's pretty tired. She looks to be a little high still with the shoulder, and see how she's driving up. Might be taken out of position a little bit. Again, there, good recognition. Feels like it might not completely be there. She goes back to mount just so if she ditches it, she gets a good position. And here she elects to go back to ground and pound. So here, I would say less speed if I was in Netter's corner. Just get a couple big shots.
Yeah,
don't worry about the flurry so much. You know, rain down a couple big ones and really hurt Jane down here. Jane's just got to move. You know, the holding, that's, you know, she's trying to prevent damage by reaching around, but she's got to address the hips, push the knees, do something to create space to get back up or at least get back to full guard.
Knetter again in full control here in round number 3, trying to get that left hand into Voskuilen. She couldn't get into her head, so she said, all right, I'll take the body then. And now just scoring at will in the body of Voskuilen. Jane in a lot of trouble here. Still has 60 seconds to hold on against Knetter.
Yeah, it looks like, oh, yep, setting up that head arm triangle again. Jane's on her side. It looks like that would be a little bit deeper. There, see, Maxine does a really good job dropping her hips to the floor. That's a lot tighter of a lock this time. That looks to be more in the right spot, but again, apparently she didn't feel where she wanted to. Now you see Maxine's shoulder is in Jane's chin. Really hard to finish that choke from there, but again, Maxine going back to a good position, more ground and pound. She can go back to the choke if she wants, or just stay here and keep winning the fight.
Instead, we'll just go right back to mount and right back to ground and pound on Voskuilen, who at this point is just hoping to hear that final bell and get out of this fight. Maxine Knetter has been dominant from jump and has been all over Voskuilen in a very one-sided fight, probably the most one-sided fight we have seen here tonight. Final 10 seconds here, Knetter looking for her first victory.
That is a much better spot. That would have been a finish had there been more time, but a great fight by Maxine Knetter.
Maxine Knetter dominant in her debut. We'll come back and get the official word right after this from Monona Terrace on TVW. Back out at Monona Terrace. Yeah, good fight as Knetter was dominant. We'll get the official word now from Ken Bostetter.
We go to the judges' scorecard for a decision. All 3 judges that scored this contest, 30-27, declaring your winner, fighting out of the red corner, Maxine Knetter.
Big smile with her mouth guard
That's
still
what I was
in.
wondering too. Like
Maxine Knetter victorious in her debut.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was
we got a
thinking,
couple title fights coming up. Those
yeah.
are next on
All right, ladies and
TVW.
gentlemen, we're going to take a short break.